very early morning, and today we are again in India, and here is Mr. Karthiyekan. Am I right? Sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing the names, but I will get used, I think, because of these interviews. So please correct me if I did something wrong.
Karthik is fine. Short name, Karthik.
Karthik, okay. So we have known each other from a lecture, let's say, a seminar in Bosnia-Herzegovina. And right. It was a big honor for me to get to meet with Mr. Karthiyekan Karthi. So before starting our interview, I'm going to let him introduce himself to us so we will get to know each other very well. So,
right. Thank you. Thank you, Serpil. Nice to see you again. And just to introduce myself to the group, I run a consulting company. I'm a psychologist basically, and been in industry for a long time. And I also head the International Federation for Training and Development Organizations now, IFTDO. So that's where we met, if you remember. For the conference as a speaker, and I help organizations across the world in terms of better alignment and productivity, and a lot to do with the wellness. Psychology is my core area, and that's why I think we have a common interest over there, cinema and psychology. So that's why we are here. That's about me, and I stopped blowing my trumpet and like to see if I can add some value to your questions.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You know me, I'm the executive assistant for 18 years for a company here. And also I used to work with Dr. Sedef Kabash, whom I love more than anything. She is my precious one, let's say. So I'm still working for her as well.
She's an amazing speaker, I must say that. I must go on record to say she's a very energetic, genuine, and well-connected, and I enjoyed her session. One of the best in those 2 days. You exactly. Must convey this to her.
Exactly. There are lots of things to learn from Dr. Sedef Kavash. Really, I love her so much. And our topic, is executive assistant job description. So I would like to ask you, how you see this position for a company, where we are in that position in the companies, especially in India, because we are also trying to understand where we are as globally. This is what we aim to reach.
Right. Interestingly, I will add something now. I have done some work with executive secretaries, giving them a professional training. It's a 5-day module to tell them what they can do further in their life after being an executive secretary. Because executive secretary, according to me, not to please you or flatter you, the fact is that they are more than a general manager in a company, because you deal with high profile person, high profile connections on a high profile tasks, okay, on a very, very short time, limited time. So you take decisions, you're people smart, and you really enable good communication. You sound other side, whether it's appropriate time or mood to go and meet the boss. And you tell that, I would say that politically, you're in a very sensitive place, and people look up to you. And it is not like what is your qualification or it's what's your experience, but you're kind of into position, and your proximity to the top is so important for the entire organization. They look up to you for your inputs about what you feel about certain things. Executive secretaries are like shock observers. Okay, they observe the shock very well from the bosses. Okay,
yeah, I agree.
And keep smiling like you, keep smiling, and enable things go without any interruption anytime. And they kind of prioritize not only your time, your boss's time, and you know what to say, what not to say, when to say, when not to say, and where to accompany, where not to accompany. where to take notes, where to support, where to keep quiet. I think these are all the extraordinary skills I see in an executive secretary. Now, I'll just first answer this point. Executive secretaries, many times, they hit a plane and don't grow more than that. This is my observation, okay? Because they believe that once you reach executive secretary, top office, corner suit, you are most wanted there. So no one wants you to go from there, right?
Yeah,
But
sure.
I think it's very important when you have age and time and qualification, use this and you will be a great managers in human resources,
Yeah, yeah,
HR.
yeah. Executive assistant profile is key among in the middle of other departments, let's say.
Right,
In the
right,
future, you don't have to remain as executive assistant because some people see, especially in Turkey, like a bridge for this position. In the future, they can skip into HR, skip into purchasing,
right,
skip
right.
into logistic, many other positions they can
Communication,
handle.
communication in the corporate communication, who is good in PR and can be good in terms of liaison, can work with government, can work with corporate social responsibility, can work with branding, can work with marketing. I think these are the things I'm seeing all big companies here are investing on executive secretaries to grow them well.
Uh-huh.
So I see a huge growth and scope in the future.